Imagine waking up one morning, checking your phone, and finding out that a simple tweet, just a few words, could send you back to prison. Sounds unreal, right? Well, that's exactly what's happening to Young Thug right now. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office is trying to revoke his probation over a tweet, claiming it's a threat to public safety. But here's the real question: can someone really be held responsible for what random people say online? Stick with us as we break down the shocking details of this case, what the DA is arguing, and why this could set a dangerous precedent for artists, social media users, and even free speech itself. The state of Georgia has officially filed a motion to revoke Young Thug's probation, stating that he has shown a blatant disregard for the law, the safety of witnesses, and the integrity of the judicial system. But what did he actually do? He simply tweeted that an investigator was a liar, and that post gained traction online. Now, prosecutors are blaming him for the actions of strangers on social media, people he has no control over. Let's rewind a bit. On October 31st, Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams, was sentenced to probation with conditions that included no contact with victims or their families. DA is now claiming that since then, he has violated these conditions by engaging in behavior that allegedly threatens witnesses and disrupts ongoing legal proceedings. One of the main points of contention, a tweet from Thug on April 1st, where he shared an image of investigator Marissa Vivi-Verito and called her the biggest liar in the DA's office. That tweet exploded, gaining over 2 million views, with thousands of people commenting and retweeting. Some individuals took it further, making threats toward the investigator and even sharing what they claimed was her home address. But here's the thing: Thug didn't make those threats. He didn't tell people to do anything illegal. He simply shared an opinion. So, is it fair to hold him accountable for the actions of anonymous users online? The internet, as a Wild West social media today, it's like the Wild West. Once something goes viral, there's no stopping it. And let's be honest, Twitter, YouTube, and other platforms are filled with chaos, misinformation, and sometimes even harassment. But does that mean the original poster is responsible for what others say or do? Think about it: celebrities, influencers, and even politicians deal with this every day. If someone comments something inappropriate under their posts, should they be punished for it? The logic being used in Thug's case raises serious questions about free speech and responsibility in the digital age. The DA's argument. The Fulton County DA's office argues that this is not just about a tweet. They claim it's part of a larger pattern of intimidation, misinformation, and public manipulation designed to obstruct justice. They even reference past events from the ongoing YSL trial, suggesting that Thug's influence over his fan base could be dangerous. One of their strongest claims is that the leaked information led to threats against not only investigator Vivi-Verito, but also District Attorney Fani Willis. This escalated to the point where additional security had to be deployed. They argue that Thug's actions, whether intentional or not, contributed to this environment of hostility, and that his probation should be revoked immediately to prevent further risks. The counter-argument. Now, let's break this down logically. First, Young Thug never directly threatened anyone. Second, the photo he shared was already public. There are official records and news sources where you can find the same image. And third, the real question is, should someone be punished for other people's actions? Legal experts are divided on this issue. Some argue that, as a high-profile figure, Thug should be more careful about what he posts. Others point out that holding individuals accountable for the actions of random internet users is a dangerous precedent, one that could be used against anyone, not just celebrities. Previous controversies in the YSL case. This situation also highlights the messiness of the entire YSL trial. The prosecution has faced heavy criticism for how they'd handled the case, from questionable evidence to outright blunders in court. Many legal analysts believe that this latest move against Young Thug is an attempt to regain control of a case that has been spiraling out of their hands for months. We've seen multiple issues, from alleged witness coercion to accusations of bias in the courtroom. The YSL case has become a high-stakes battle, not just for Young Thug, but for the legal system itself. And now, with this probation revocation attempt, the stakes are even higher. What this means for free speech and social media. This case raises a critical question. If Thug's probation can be revoked over a tweet, where do we draw the line? If artists, influencers, and even regular people can be held responsible for how others react to their posts, Does that mean we should all start censoring ourselves? This isn't just about Young Thug anymore, it's about the power of social media, the limits of free speech, and how much influence the justice system should have over what people say online. At the end of the day, this case could set a major legal precedent. Should Young Thug be punished for a tweet? Should he be held responsible for what random people post on the internet? Or is this just another example of the justice system overreaching to silence an artist? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. And if you want to stay updated on this case and other major stories in music and culture, make sure to hit that subscribe button. This is SpectraShowcase, and we'll see you in the next one.